Hi guys, I'm live. I'm on my walk again. I'd like to do a short music theory lesson in the classical realm of music. Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, the kind of theory that those guys used. It's going to be short and simple, but maybe you guys can learn a couple things about it. It'd be nice if you did and enjoy it anyway. Okay, so let's think Mozart here. You basically have two kinds of triads that have a perfect fifth. You have a major triad and a minor triad. A diminished triad has a diminished fifth, so that doesn't count as a perfect fifth triad. And an augmented triad has an augmented fifth, but no perfect fifth. So for constructing scales, it's useful just to use the major triad and minor triad. A major triad is a major third and then a minor third on top of it, and then to complete the octave, a perfect fourth above that, if you want to complete the octave. And a minor triad is a minor triad, and then a minor third, and a major third above that, and then a perfect fourth above that if you want to complete the octave. Now, a diatonic scale comes from three triads. One of them on the 1 chord, one of them on the 4 chord, and one of them on the 5 chord. The 1 chord is often called the tonic, the 4 chord is often called the subdominant, and the 5 chord is often called the dominant. But you can use whatever terminology you like. You can call it tonic, subdominant, dominant, or you can call it 1-4-5. It's basically a different word for the same thing. And you have 12 notes in a chromatic scale, and so there's 12 keys to be in. And there's two primary types of scale in classical music for each of the 12 notes. There's the major scale and there's the harmonic minor scale. The harmonic major scale and the melodic minor scale just come from altering the 6th note of each of those two scales to get the other two that you can get, but don't sound as good, and they're less used. So primary usage is the major scale and the harmonic minor scale. If you want to get a harmonic major scale, just flat the 6th of a major scale and you have a harmonic major scale. If you want a melodic minor scale, just sharp the 6th of a harmonic minor scale and you have a melodic minor scale. But let's just stick to what sounds best and what's most common, which is major scale and harmonic minor scale. So for major scale, you have a major triad on the 1, a major triad on the 4, and a major triad on the 5, or major triad on tonic, major triad on subdominant, major triad on dominant. And that makes up the notes of a major scale on the whatever one note you started with, whatever the tonic note was. And in harmonic minor, you have a minor chord on the 1, a minor chord on the 4, and a major chord on the 5, or minor on the tonic, minor on the subdominant, and major on the dominant. And that gives you a harmonic minor scale on whatever note was the tonic in that case. And now just for an example, let's say picks the key of C major. So in C major, you have C major triad, which is C, E, and G. Oh, that's the 1 triad. You have F major triad, which is the 4 triad or subdominant triad, which is F, A, and C. And you have the E major triad, which is which is E. Yeah, no, not E. Sorry, I goofed there. G major, which is G, B, and D, which is the 5 triad or the dominant triad. And those are the 3 triads that are major triads that make up. The relative minor scale to C major scale is the minor scale that has the same notes but with possible alterations. So a C major scale implies an A Aeolian mode or A natural minor scale, and the A natural minor scale would be A minor, which is A, C, and E, and D minor, which is D, F, and A, and E minor, which is E, G, and B. But and then A natural minor is therefore called the relative minor of C major. But the problem is if you play it like that, the scale just sounds like a mode of the major scale, and it doesn't stand out as being minor. It just sounds like you're playing C major, but just not playing in the key of C, not using the primary chords in C major. So to make it sound more like definitely A minor, you make a major dominant chord, which in this case is an E major triad, and so you have E, G sharp, and B. That makes an A harmonic minor scale. So spelling wise, a C major scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. The relative minor to that is, which is A harmonic minor scale, is A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, A. And then if you want to, and then for all the other keys, you just play it on the other 12 notes on each of those. And one more thing before I go, there's also something called the parallel minor. The parallel minor of C. The parallel minor of C major is just C minor. So that's another way of looking at it too. But that would be the relative minor of E flat major. But you could also look at it as the parallel minor of C major. So the parallel minor, the parallel harmonic minor scale of C major would be C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B, C, which is C harmonic minor. And then you can always say parallel major and relative major also, just if you're talking about minor. So the relative major of a scale of A harmonic minor would be C major, and the parallel major scale of A harmonic minor would be A major. So there's that, and then just learn it in all 12 keys. You've got 12 major keys and 12 minor keys, which make 24 keys. Or you can think of it as you have a major scale and a minor scale on each note, and you have 12 notes, so that's also 24 major and minor keys. That's just a quick synopsis of music theory in the classical arena, and hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed it. Love you guys. Peace, rock and roll.